It doesn't matter where you come from, what struggles you have to overcome. You can be whatever you want to be, and you can do that through music therapy. DPR came together because there were so many people that were kind of like interested in the same music, activism, spreading love, hip hop, you know, so we kind of came together because we've known each other for a while. You know, myself, Knox, and Lex, and then after that, you know, Eddie, Nando, Sandy, kind of just became part of the crew. We represent hip-hop culture, you know, what it means to grow up in the hood, living through the struggles, you know, sending that message and saying, hey, it doesn't matter what you've been through, what you're going through, you can still be successful. You can still have whatever it is that you need in life.
I think our story is very relevant today. Everybody in this group has come from some type of struggle. We've all got different stories, but it's all come through some type of pain, some type of suffering, and music has been our outlet. It's been our way of escaping the violence, the drugs, the things that go on in this neighborhood that aren't beautiful.
Almost such a sky.
Okay, kindergarten, we got the kazoo, and I'm playing the kazoo. Playing the kazoo at Holy Redeemer, but my kazoo wasn't working. And after we were all done, they're like, good job, kids. I came up to my mom, she was like, oh, you sounded so good. And I was pissed off because I didn't play the kazoo, it broke. But fast forward, I've been playing music, classically trained, up until high school, and I played jazz. I traveled around the state playing jazz. I played with notable figures in jazz. My mentor was Wynton Marsalis. And also Stan Baywall. I learned a lot in jazz, and then kind of hip hop was a secondary thing.
It's kind of complicated. I've been writing for a long time, since like elementary school maybe even, and it was just a way for me to like get through things that were going on in my head at the time, and you know, just express some thoughts of mine, and it eventually just became a habit. So from then on, it was just like that's all I wanted to do. That's all I needed to do. Music, a way of life, I guess, just living, just making it to where it's more, like doing music isn't a hobby, you know what I mean? Like I want to be able to do this every day, you know, go to like Cuba and like link up with some activists or like some other MCs and producers over there, and head over to Berlin and do the same thing, or just wherever, just, you know, travel and link up with everyone else and help project those stories as well.
In a world of dominant culture through patriarchy, whatever you want to call it, I'm providing a counter narrative for my people of the city, and my identity as indigenous culture. So that's what I represent. That's my counter narrative to those things, to the mainstream narrative of what's going on.
I hope that what my music can do for others is to inspire them to, as a form of therapy. You know, they just go home, listen to my music, you know, can get all their anger out, you know, have a connection with me, even though they don't know me. Feel like I'm a family member or friend, you know, I'm sharing their story, you know, so that they can just get through the day.
I want to be able to transmit everything from the sound to the mechanics, the wording, the lyrics, everything that comes with it, the visual, the audio, everything to its full extent.
Reach as many people as I could or can with my music, and just, you know, be the voice of the voiceless.
We are ultimately trying to give a message. We're trying to feed people the thoughts that are in our heads, you know, the feelings that we're trying to convey. I feel that we speak the language of love more than anything. We're trying to reach out to people that are in need of that, because we lack that.
What makes my narrative important in these times of doing music is it's not only my narrative, I represent everyone around me in my community. My story is also my neighbor's story. You know, I know how it feels, you know, to grow up poor, you know, not having nothing, coming from nothing and making something out of nothing. and so does everyone else in my community.
My narrative is important because it speaks to, you know, generation of people that are from the same place that I was from, you know, like minds, like spirits. So for me, music is therapy, you know, and if we could sit down and talk about the struggles in a way that's productive, for me, that's it. You know?
My narrative is important because I represent more than myself. I represent my family. I represent my generation. I represent my people. I have 2 markets. I speak both English and Spanish, so I'm speaking to more than just one audience. I'm trying to reach out to multiple audiences in multiple places throughout the world. So it's very important. I take it very seriously because I am pretty much the change in my family for the kids to come.
Music's been a part of my life forever. My family came here to America to play music in the church here at Holy Trinity, right down the street. That's how my family got to America. So all my aunts, my uncles are musicians and composers. My mom plays the guitar. My uncles play the trumpets and bells, and my family sounds like an orchestra when you get together. So it's embedded in my DNA. I love music, I breathe music. It comes out of me when I've taken a shower or when I'm at work. I'm helping teach it to the youth for the future to come up behind us and be able to tell their stories. So music is very much a part of my life.
I came into music out of a very personal history with pain, and I feel that my music transmits that, the soul and stuff like that. I actually like blues a lot, and it's because it speaks my language. Very deep, very heavy, lyrical poetry type of things. That's the kind of message that I like to deliver. But I came into it just because I needed some type of getaway from, you know, myself and the things that I was going through. So that was my gateway.
Tell us what being Latino means to you. Share your story at pbs.org/LatinoAmericans.